Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Disgaea PC. Let's continue, and I guess I have to pick which one I saved last at, so I guess it would be the one on the bottom. Um, it's been quite a while since I last played. Some of that has more to do, I think, with just me being busy in general, um, but it does seem like the way this is going to go is the right way to play it is probably for me is to try to go through all the story as quickly as possible and just hope that we don't need to grind and level up near the end or at some difficulty spike in the middle. Very often in RPGs I'll overlevel, I'll play too much, I'll have wasted a lot of energy or time. This game is a little bit different in that it seems like you're trying to introduce and recruit senators to support your bid to be the king of hell, in a fairly disconnected section of I well, it literally has a enemy boost times 3 here and an experience times so we've got like all these enemies just here, and theoretically what we would want to do is we would want somebody that could lift something. So yeah, this character Plinar I think is going to play a role later on. We can pretty much move her here and then have her attack any one of these characters, but probably that one is what we want. I'm gonna go ahead and bring out the character that we created in the first episode to come and move here, and then let's see, lift that and throw. Well, I feel like that's gonna not work completely well, so we're gonna have to bring out somebody else, and it can't be one of the monsters, which frankly it really is getting down to the point where the monsters are kind of obviously waste of time. Let's try something here. Can't throw it off the screen. Okay, we can do that. Remember, they take damage if they're still holding things. I don't know why I did that, though. And if they lift and throw... that doesn't really do anything. You know what I should have done, and I might very well just need to start over here on this, is see if we can just destroy the thing. Yeah, that would have been the smarter move. Just to simply have somebody not standing on the square, break it and do damage to everybody, and that, yeah, that would have made more sense. Alright, attack, can't attack anybody. Special, we don't have any Oh, I do have a blade rush. Interesting. We'll try that. Do you have any specials? No, so we can defend there. We can defend there. And neither one of these people can do anything. How much HP does this thing have? Had about 14, and this one could only do a small amount of damage. Alright, well, that did incredibly little. And these guys are now synergizing, so I may lose. And all of a sudden I'm now attacking differently? Interesting. Gonna move this way. And then I'm going to have this one attack that one. Yeah, right? We apparently got that. And then I'm gonna have this person lift that and then throw it so it is back on this platform. Can you move now? So I can get you involved in the fight? Yes. Okay. So next we can move this way. We're gonna move right onto this platform so we can get as close as possible, which still doesn't seem like it does anything. And then I'm just gonna have this guy attack here. Go ahead and attack here. Go ahead and move to that location. And I think that's as much as we can do. Oh, she's even worse as far as doing damage. Oh, that's gonna take forever. And that just killed my character, I believe. Alright, so let's go. Let's go ahead and start over again. That was pretty bad. Of course, this is really where a game like this could get crazy. And there is very much a possibility here that we should have really tried to try something very, very different. Move to... I don't even know where to put you, but I'll put you right behind that character. And see, she can move here, and then she can lift that, and then she can throw that, and then this character can move I think right about here might be fine to then have her attack that one. Sure. Let's see if we can destroy both of them in the first try. And then, I don't know, I'm just going to move out these characters so that they're on the field. But I think at a certain point we may just have ridiculous amounts of people and there will be less reason for these characters to even exist. Can we attack Anything? Nope. Special. Heal. You can defend. You can defend. You can defend. Feels like you could very easily have the characters auto defend if you don't give them a ability. So we're getting this like massive chain hit. Like there we just got like a 107 chain hit. And apparently we got a 2-color combo here. Now that's going to double it up. So clearly that was the solution. But that didn't do quite as much damage as we would have liked. So that they didn't just make it stupid easy here. We still got to take out these 2 characters. And we still have characters here that have like 11 damage. But clearly that was the trick. And that's a cool trick. I don't know how long it lasts as an idea though. Because fairly quickly you run out of a concept there. And you will at that point simply just kind of fail miserably with it. Right, attack that guy. Attack that guy. You go ahead and move, and we're going to just try and get as far ahead as possible. Attack. Can't attack. Alright, so we'll have to attack that guy. And then this character can combo, even though there's really no reason for it. And then I'm just gonna have these guys run away. Frankly, might as well just go back in. That's what we probably should test, frankly. Is, do these guys even need to be out, or are they just potentially going to be characters that will grind up and get abilities regardless? Yeah, it definitely feels more like a case of using your mana to potentially get a good-for-nothing character is a literal truth in that they are absolutely good for nothing. I'm gonna run back this way just to run away. See. I guess I have to go here because I don't know what the attack range of this character is. Cry Burst doesn't do anything. Usagi Drop doesn't do anything. And for some reason, this one can't attack. That's weird. Probably because I'm in a weird angle. Blade Rush does work. Attack zone obstructed. No target. Is there a way to rotate this? Yes, there is. So, why was this obstructed? I guess maybe because I'm too close. It does feel like you potentially are going to have to get very used to the abilities that specific people have. Otherwise, you are going to end up in a pretty bad position. At a certain level here, we may want to expand what we're we may get to a point where we just don't bother to even defend, and we'll just need to experiment to see if that's a smart move or if that's a bad move. Like, there's still a lot to learn here, but I'm not sure I 100% want to bother to learn some of this too. You can't rotate the map when you're in the middle of an animation. So we got items, we got experience, we got things. Certainly the question, I suppose, is do we want to go back and adjust?
Wow, this is a pretty nice place.
Yeah, actually I needed to go back probably between every level and save at the very least, and just maybe have 2 or 3 saves going at the same time, and probably equip items. Here we have Etna. I frankly am leaning early on here to the idea that I kind of prefer to just be able to watch these visual novel cutscenes with the voice acting and not do any of the gameplay.
Oh, that vase would sell for a lot.
Fool, that makes us petty thieves.
His little hairs eventually, looking at Disgaea 6, turn into like horns, which kind of drastically changes the way Laharl looks, which Laharl, I imagine, is a Japanese mistranslation of something like Jarl. But yeah, it looks like over 6 games they made a slow amount of changes as far as what the characters look. They kind of aged, and the animation style probably aged and changed a little bit, but mostly they still look like it's the same 2 or 3 main characters going through these events.
I can't disgrace the name of the Overlord. I have to be impartial and
what?
plunder everything.
Ooh, that's our prince. You're so ruthless.
Hey there, you atrocious fiend.
We have a trainee squad, just going to be labeled as a trainee squad.
You cold-blooded monster.
A demon among demons. Quit complimenting me so much. It's embarrassing. Now listen up. I want you to pillage and plunder anything and everything in this castle. Aye, dude.
Dude. Spelled D-O-O-D. I don't think it's supposed to be pronounced dude as in D-U-D-E. Alright. So who is standing on anything? Basically nobody is standing on anything, so this would attack +1 and defense plus 50%. So that kind of makes me feel like what they would like you to do is just get out there and attack like this. And it does seem like everybody's just going to get XP, so seems like I can just leave the printies alone. We'll leave them going forward. And then planner. I'm going to stand her next to her. I don't think there's a ability or anything for that, but and Faith is level 2, but I still think like she's not very strong. And I don't think she can attack anything anyway, so we'll just give her defense. And let's see how that works. We really can't mess up here. Interesting. I would have thought I would have gotten a synergy with this Etna also. Alright, well. I'm gonna, I suppose, bring this guy out so he can attack. And we'll see how that works. That didn't quite work enough to damage him completely. Well, see, even there, the only creature they could damage was Trainee. Alright, well, then we now want this character probably to go no further than this. And then could they lift the item and then carry it, take a little bit of damage, and take the geode crystal with them? That would be interesting. I don't know if that's really the goal here. And attack that one, and attack that one, and that should be enough. So Faith will co-op with the other girl too, Etna. There we go. And the turn. So had I moved those two characters, had I moved my two characters a little bit further ahead, then I could have done some like double damage by destroying these two things. And now there's no getting past these guys, so I've made a fairly large mistake. Interesting. She's now got a bonus. And he's now got a bonus. Can we now move some other characters further ahead? Yes. And yeah, I'm really having to question whether there's enough of a reason here to have a healer in the first place. That took forever. Alright. So yeah, the idea would have been either to have stayed one behind and give them the bonus, or take the bonuses for ourselves. Let's see. Feel like I have to do something like this. And then I'm gonna do something like this. And then I'm going to go ahead and attack that. And attack that. And go ahead and attack that. And defend that one. And I'm not even going to do anything with the two trainees. Attack +1 does, I suppose, mean you get to attack twice in a row. Alright. I'm going to come over here and see if... No, because they can't even live. So if I was going to have somebody steal this item, they would have to basically steal it. Like, I'd have to send that character. That's an experiment we'll try, but I don't think it's gonna work. Alright. Move over here. First and foremost, you go ahead and attack. Nobody's in the right place to actually attack. That. Did I attack there? Yes. Alright. So, lift. Nope. First we execute. See, I feel like it is just kind of a generic concept here that they're trying to imply, is that lift, throw. How far can we throw it? We can follow that throw. We can throw it that far. Like, yeah, I feel like the idea of stealing a gem is kind of just a joke. I don't think they really mean for you to be able to, like, walk over here. Potentially. Hope this is in the right line. Like, lift it. And then throw it that way. And I'm still like one off. Even if that was the goal. And really just feel like I'm playing worse than I need to, and it feels like it's just taking longer than it should. And that time we didn't have a big bonus, so we didn't get any bonus gauges or anything. Alright. It does seem like the game is just going to have you mess around as much. Let's see. We can see if something we've got would be better. Iron Lance is probably. Let's see. Okay. We could give Iron Lance, which would give us 8 attack and decrease a lot of things. I guess you're really just looking at the box in the lower, in the middle of the left. And trainees, we could try different paw gloves. I don't think dried worm is a item like that. Okay. Yeah, I think we really are just not at a point where any of that makes sense. Heal all for 61. Which, that does seem like that's the one thing you probably will need to do. We'll make a 3rd save file, but I wouldn't be surprised if actually it doesn't let us make any more save files. And you can't just walk, you've got to talk to her. Which is weird. Would have been much more modern. Here we have Magnificent Gate, Blessed Court, now Corridor of Love, which does make me feel like we are probably plundering a area with a character who's going to be like a succubus character or something. And it seems like we will be sort of fighting the same people over and over again. And in this case, I don't see any color effects at all. So it seems like more often than we probably would want, we will run into scenarios where there will be a bonus for destroying these 2 things, even if they just don't mean anything or do anything. Where is the cursor? It's way off the edge. Alright, well, move this guy as, I guess, far as he can go. Oh, this is a mess. Feels like there probably should be some black squares. Things that would indicate that you can't go in that location, but you still should try. Alright. And then Flonne. I'm gonna put her here and hope she can attack something. Alright. In Faith, I'm gonna put her here. And I don't think she'll be able to attack anything, so I'll just put her on the defense. And we may need to swap to a more flatter 2D style map. Alright. And you have a kind of generically designed map here that I think is indicating kind of like a bathhouse type bathtub. Okay. So I'm just going to send all of these guys out this way. I'm not even going to bother to have them defend. Ah, and now we see the power of the Prennies. If they're not doing anything else. Okay. And maybe because this is a step down, that's why I didn't get a bonus there. Okay. So then move that all the way down and attack that. And then move that down and attack that. Alright. We need this character to move, I think, this way. And then this character does it. Well, I guess I'm not going to be able to test that anyways, but I was wondering if I got the healer Faith directly behind her, would that count as the combo attack or not? Recovery plus 40. I wonder if all of that is in the water, and so maybe the idea is to fight in the water, or pick up these guys and put them in the water, throw them in the water. Once again, I'm losing the cursor. So the guy there got no bonus, but the two here got a bonus. And he got a bonus. Oops. So I think I may have hurt myself a little bit there, but it didn't seem like that even mattered. So we could have gotten a 2-hit combo there and saved ourselves some frustration. I don't think that's even really going to be a big deal. Now we've got our healing character potentially about to die, so we want to be fairly careful there. Can't tell if how to specifically be on the right location with that character, so I'm just going to be a little bit careful. Move high jumps there. Higher jumps than I would have thought you could have done. Go and attack that one. And man, this is tough. Attack here. Go ahead and move next. Should probably heal herself. Yeah, might as well use her abilities. Go ahead and move this guy back that way. Move this guy back that way. And go ahead and attack. And go ahead and attack. Can't. Nope. I think I told that guy to attack the wrong person. Yeah, even here the cursor moves all over the place. Alright, execute. See, and she healed. Because she healed. That didn't work. And oddly, this character didn't combo either. So it does seem like there is a level of this that if a character is doing something, they won't bundle up, but there is totally room for there to be a bundle of characters. And see, I just lost my character, and I think we need to lose one character just so we know how this whole system works. So let's see. This one, Let's move her over here. Let's see if we can attack that. Move this guy up here. So we can attack that. And then, is there any reason to do anything with the printies? I don't think so. See, this is probably a healing character too, so I bet that doesn't work. Do any of these have like a resurrect item? Let's see. Recovers HP, recovers HP. No. We don't have anything resurrecting, so we'll take that for what it is. So either the healer will resurrect by himself, or... Oh, that is a mage, not a... By the looks of it, that's a mage, not a simple healer. Let's go and get rid of that. I should have probably moved. In retrospect, just being within distance of the characters would have been potentially useful. Oh, this is not good. Let's see, she just killed a Prinny. And you definitely can feel some optimizations missing here, in that you would ideally want to be able to just click on a character, click move, have them go to a point where you can just click directly on the enemy, and then that would change the move action to an attack action. Yeah, this character's really strong, and probably about to end another Prinny's life. So yeah, I'm totally like devastated here. There's basically nothing I can do to move forward in the game if all these characters are truly dead. And this does open up a realm of possibility, in that we aren't going to run into a ridiculous amount of level layouts, and instead it is going to be just a significant amount of danger in each level, actual challenge. So like 12 XP. Yeah, next is Hall of Caresses. Alright, well let's go over here and see what happens. Dead. Healing all will take 325. But it does bring everybody back, including the 3 dude characters. There is probably an argument to be made around trying to get more money and moving forward. Alright. So let's just toggle between this. Yeah, the fact that the very first place you go to is more difficult than I was expecting, and we really didn't get a lot of tutorializing here, does imply to me that I probably did need to just grind through the tutorial levels more. And if they're gonna have voice acting here for a game like this, I kind of wonder if there actually is very little game as far as levels and characters and story.
Who's there?
How rude! Invading a man's house and asking him who's there? But I give you credit for your bravery. Ha! Voila!
So here we have a elf-like character. Once again, a weird fetish around showing chest and stomach, and a not even like small stomach in this case. You have a full sunken in. Like, this person is there's something wrong with them stomach in this animation. Called Sassy Demon, who I feel like he still is gonna probably be some kind of male succubus type character.
Forgive moi, I must leave you in awe. My name is Vyers. I am the lord of this castle.
Vyers? Isn't he the demon that's been knocking off competition for the throne?
So he can't really be a succubus character, I suppose. Maybe, maybe not. I'll have to look and see if he has a tail with a heart and if he has red wings, or if male succubus just don't look like Etna. Like, it gets confusing if half the characters in this series are just different succubus type characters with different looks to them. Or it could just be that everybody looks that way, and that's a possibility.
Oui, that is correct, mademoiselle.
And then they're making him French.
I am an aristocrat with both strength and beauty. They call moi the Dark Adonis.
Now, in Japanese, they probably didn't make him French. They probably gave him a specific accent from a specific region of Japan, and that would translate to giving somebody a French accent.
Young man, I assume that you are the son of the late King Krichevskoy, are you not?
Yep.
That's right. I'm Laharl, the heir to the throne.
The heir to the throne? Ha! That is history, dear boy. Your existence has long been forgotten. Are you blind to the horde of demons lining up to fight for the throne?
So, I'm the heir. That's all that matters. If they've forgotten, then I'll just have to make them remember.
And Laharl still does sound like a kid. And they're even showing a nice visual comparison here to Laharl being this young kid and Vyers being a much more mature adult.
Such wonderful intuition. Well played, son of Krichevskoy.
I've never even heard of you. It's only a coincidence that we're here. You're just a tiny stepping stone on my path to the throne.
Obnoxious.
How dare you! I am the Dark Adonis.
Maybe he's supposed to be a vampire.
Your new name is Mid-Boss.
Mid-boss?
And they change it on the screen.
Looks like you hurt his pride, Prince.
Unforgivable! That is unforgivable!
Alright, let's try this and try not to die terrible. Enemy boost times 6 on red, attack +1. Alright, so these guys are just in terrible position. And here we can see him as a character, and I guess we will have some level characters. These are level 6 characters, these are level 4 characters. Wow, I do need to grind terribly, don't I? Like, They are not leaving a path here. That makes a lot of sense. Alright. I'm gonna do this. And hope then I can do a special blade rush that way. And then I'm gonna move this. I guess here. And then see if she's got any special I can do. Impaler. She can do Impaler, but only right in front of her. But she can attack the lone wolf. She needed to have been on the same floor, I guess, to attack that character. I'm just gonna move out the printies to try and destroy the cubes. Now that we know they don't die anyways, it seems like it doesn't matter. Attack that one. Then I'm gonna position Faith in a kind of dangerous position, and hopefully that doesn't kill her immediately. Okay, so his blade rush does not allow for him to move. It just allows him to attack. Okay, good to know. Like, she just did 105 damage and killed the character. She just did a massive amount of damage and killed the character. So this is just not gonna work. Here we are. Because we're not even really taking damage much as we are just getting throttled and one hit killed. And this isn't a scenario where, like, the better you are, and this really isn't a scenario where if I was to just be able to rush towards this guy, then we could win. I think we need to lose here intentionally. Geo symbol. Yeah, if I could destroy all the geo symbols, that might kill 2 characters, but then we've got like 2 other characters that are going to give us trouble. And some of these weaker characters are now showing the obvious signs that they don't really need to exist. Let's see, move. Can I move all the way around? And I mean, you could, and maybe this guy is really weak, but I doubt it. I like the idea here of potentially having, I assume, up to 6 characters around you. Or maybe even up to 8 characters around you, because that would be a 3x3 grid. But we just really haven't made it to a point where this makes sense. Let's see. Go ahead and select here. And select here. Attack that. See, if there was a secondary win condition where you just got to the end, maybe that would make some sense too. So that levels them up. But unless Laharl is just going to magically win this entire fight by himself, which I don't see how that happens. Like, he doesn't have that high of an attack. Meanwhile, this character is not even gonna make it to the end, and I'm just gonna have it waste time. And it doesn't seem like it's doing damage because the cubes aren't changing color. Now that I think about it, and they only do damage when the cubes change color. So probably would be enemy boost times 3. You can't do a special attack. You don't end the game after like 9 turns or anything like that. So I'm just like totally doomed now. Move right next to this guy. Attack. That's all we can do. This counter is going to counter, counter, counter. So are we supposed to lose here? And is that supposed to prove something? Or are we just really playing terribly? I think we may just be playing terribly. Let's see what happens when we lose.
Huh? I have won!
Huh? I've won.
This is not as I expected, but I am simply too strong. I am simply too beautiful. Oh, how sinful it is. They will eventually rise again to face the challenge, but in the meantime... Oh, flowers! Oh, trees! Oh,
so I wonder if there's a...
Celebrate my strength!
I wonder if there's a conversation like this with every boss, or with every level. Did we just find an ending? Ooh. So... there are, I think, achievements in this game. And so, I just... there must be like an achievement for, sorry. There must be an achievement for getting different endings. Alright, do we really want to watch the credits though? Disgaea, Hour of Darkness for PlayStation 2, Atlas USA, Afternoon of Darkness, English version. Here they have him actually singing. So, I feel like this is probably an intentional ending you're supposed to see, because that was a fairly high difficulty spike there. But if it turns out you can just get a cutscene with potential characters singing, that's really weird. And it does make an argument that there is very possibly only 8 to maybe 20 levels in general, and that there is just a lot more grinding. This certainly does harken back to how there is no going home, to use a phrase, with old games, PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2 games, even NES games, which I never had a PlayStation 1 or PlayStation 2, so I'm much more familiar with like NES, Super NES. Well, I didn't even have a Super NES. I'm much more familiar with NES games, and if you actually try to go back and play them. Okay, so we now know that from the credits that there's only 3 more bosses in the entire game. That's very surprising. So, unless there are multiple credits, and we beat the first part of this game and then it unlocks for some like expanded experience. I would skip this if it would work, but none of the buttons are doing anything. Start button's not doing anything. Old games tended to be extremely short. Extremely short, and often to adjust for that they would either make them impossibly difficult, or they would make them like grindy, and in RPG cases it almost always was grindy. Clearly we're seeing a point here where there's some grindiness, where it would make a lot more sense if you were going to remake the Disgaea series. You would probably want to merge the storyline events of Disgaea 1, 2, and 3, take the good levels that are in those games and merge them together, drop the bad levels, and just have a difficulty curve reduce quite a bit so that you guarantee a victory for anybody who even slightly knows what they're doing. But that's not what we're experiencing. We're experiencing the true experience. These credits now are just way too long. Let me bring the mouse cursor and just make sure that there's well, it does seem like maybe there is a second group here, because we're now getting a second set of credits, and inherently there is a desire to have the credits for anybody who worked on a game to be shown, but there is also a pretty large instance in which video game companies don't credit people. They've over the decades gotten a little bit better about it, but there still is a decent number of instances where even if you do see a lot of names listed on the credits of a game, there might be a lot more people who worked on that game for half a year but didn't stay until the game was published, and thus the company decided they didn't deserve to be credited, which in fairness to the real world, there's a lot of people that work a lot of jobs where they don't get any credits at all. But at least in artistic creations, everybody who even put a single line of code in it, even the quality assurance testers, should be credited. But that then does create very, very, very long credits with lots and lots of people that very few people actually want to bother to read or look at. There is still a huge divide between, say, a director or an executive producer and them having a name that's recognizable, and some being a QA tester or a low-level programmer who probably put more actual code into the game anyways, but them not being recognizable as someone. Well, QA testers wouldn't put code in it. Save data can be carried over to the next cycle. Save settings may be adjusted from the title screen. Cannot carry over cleared data without saving. Yes. Okay, well. So let's see what that does for us. Round 1 now. Level 5.
King Krichevskoy, the mighty ruler
Seriously?
of the Netherworld. His long reign came to an abrupt end as the news of his death spread throughout the dark land.
So, oops, sorry.
Ambitious demons
Hit my
rose
microphone
one after
as I was
another
trying to
seize
drink some
the
water.
opportunity.
It seems like
Began the
this is
age of
probably how they intend you to play the game, but I could definitely see in a modern day a lot of people not wanting to play a game where you are intentionally supposed to die, and not even giving it the time of the day after the credits to say, oh, you actually are supposed to play the game a second time. And you don't want to watch these scripts. You don't want to watch this dialogue again.
If that's
What fool dare?
Alright. Let's get the mouse cursor out of the way.
Who said I was? Anyways,
I could see a lot of people trying
well,
to win that
are
fight.
you sure you weren't?
no.
What? You better have a.
Oh yeah. Big news. You're
Hey, what?
2 years ago.
Yeah, it's just a lot of setup for a game where they thought,
So you're telling me that?
Yep.
like, you just have to skip through all of this. There's no auto advance.
Excuse
And
me, but the Netherworld has gone.
either we're supposed to grind
My fault if some.
What?
on round 2 and we'll get maybe more XP doing the tutorial stuff,
Of them.
or maybe we'll just get a death bonus
Vassal.
or something, because the real question does come down to,
One.
uh,
Prince of the Netherworld.
do you keep the characters? Alright, so let's check our status. Yeah, here we have level 5 character in Laharl, and Faith is level 2. So we're back this way. New ally joined your party. Was that Faith? Or was that just Etna? Or that was Planair? Press the switch. Still not sure what the switch does, but I imagine it must unlock something later on. It seems like it would be really nice for some of these characters to potentially join our group. And so maybe we'll get So interesting. There's a whole character here I didn't even see before. Interesting. Okay. So now, if we select here, can we go and take on the same fights? No, we have to grind through it all again. So is there any benefit at all? Because honestly, it feels like there actually isn't. Like, there might be at some point a benefit to dying and starting over and grinding from the start, but I could have gone back and done any of the levels anyways. And like any progress. We have muscle brawn. What is our... Do we have any magic that we could look at just to see if we have any magic power? Or, yeah, we have MV6. So I could potentially grind and summon more characters and try to get a larger assembly of people. But I'm gonna have to go through this whole tutorial. And then skip story sequence on the practice match. Okay. Let's see. Destroy that. Attack that. Move over here. Lift that one. And then throw it here. No, let's use Faith to do that because she's not gonna be able to do anything anyways. Lift that. Throw it here. So just put one there. Put one there. See, do I really want to play this level? That's the real question. Right. And these guys are just level 1 characters. Alright, let's see how this works. I think I may kill everybody here at this rate. And see, that was like massive damage. It didn't kill everybody though. And then that guy, I think we can just attack and execute and finish it in 2 turns. So, yeah. Decent amount of money there. Did we get more drops because we're on round 2? Alright. Hmm. Hmm. But I never really got enough magic power. Let's go ahead and save first. On round 1. I never got really in and that far in as far as, let's see, summon assembly. Who's the most powerful character? It would be Laharl. We don't have any senators, which I think there may only be a few. And so a proposal is generally anything you could do, I guess. So we could create a character. And we could have a cleric, which I think may have been what we had done before. Could have a red mage, a red skull. A warrior might be the right move. Brawler. Like, ideally, I think you want ranged first just as much as these characters tend to be an issue. Fire magic, wind magic. Alright. And here we could make an incompetent. Then we'll... that. Artemis. She gets 1 bonus. So we'll give it to attack. And then done. Artemis has been created now. Cool. And then create another character. Suppose. Well. Now make a green mage that's incompetent. And we'll see if we get Artemis. No, again. Nope. Spawna. So yeah, it does seem like this is the way it's supposed to go. Is that you will theoretically have wanted to create as many characters as possible. And Planner here has several characters she can create, so uses fire magic, good with staffs, uses... Alright, well, I guess make a incompetent one of these guys. It may very well have been a case also that you simply were better off because you had this character Plenier, which feels like a character that has been added specifically so that you have more characters to you gain more mana during a fight, because Plenier does have a shockingly large amount of content, of stuff. But we are at a point where certainly I would only want like 9 of the monster dudes. I don't see a reason to have more of those. And frankly, since we just created a whole bunch of level 1 stuff, that means we need to play more to grind more. Is there anything else? And then, how much money do we have? Like, we have a decent amount of money. Or we probably could get... Let's see. Probably could get a bulletproof vest. Let's try that on. And then... Alright, you have 3 items, and they're not going... This would work there. And then we'll try on bulletproof vest on all the characters. Yeah. Yeah, and at that we're already out of money. So, unless we wanted to sell some common sword stuff, which we need to look and see if we actually need to equip things onto these characters or whether they just have different weapons. Anyways, I was trying before to... You can't use those, right? Yeah. So it's kind of impossible to it's kind of impossible to create new characters also, otherwise they are just going to be characters who no, I keep trying to change characters here. Yeah, I could create like 3 dudes and give them paw gloves, but there is actually very little reason why I would want to craft the number of characters I just crafted, because they're going to go out with no items at all. Muscle brawn decreases the speed. Now we have like nothing we can do. And you don't have people hold on to items. So I could have used some of those items in the fight. Rearrange characters by level, I guess. But it seems like there also is a case here where you gotta just scroll down. Alright. Can't even heal everybody. Interesting. And so he gives you like 300 gold, but 300 gold is not going to be enough. And then the item world concept we haven't done. Like, would I want to go into an item here and try and improve it in any way? Why do I have an amulet? should have saved definitely before this. Okay. Defense 50%, change everything to red. Enemy boost times 3. No. What does that do? What does this one do? Defense plus 50, so stay on the green, I guess? If you can be on the green, stay on the green. It's just a ton of stuff here. And unless these characters are like weak characters, which it seems like they are, but there's quite a lot of them. Oops. Did not mean for him to move there, but whatever. It just gets ridiculous. Like, I don't know. I don't know if there's a game here really I want to play. Because it is just getting really silly to try and play a level like this where you're gonna have, like, I can't even dispatch any more people. Alright, so at the very least we do have that improving factor, that it does seem like there's a limit of a certain number of characters that you can have, so you probably didn't need to craft as many of those characters as I would have thought. Like, so you can't have just giant groups of square 3x3 enemies or attackers. That, yeah, I will have to say they managed to cut some steam out of my momentum by just having so many just such a huge difficulty spike on that first boss area. Alright, well, move over here. You choose to attack that one. You choose to attack that one. You go ahead and attack that one. You go ahead and attack that one. There's just too many people everywhere. That was cool. I wish every attack was that cool, but I don't feel like it really is. And here we have just advance to the next floor. Really? Can you just do that? Laharl is descended to the next floor. Oh. Well. See that. I'm not sure what the idea here is. Really. It kind of seems like they just set this up in such a weird way. There we go. Like, see, best case scenario, that's the entirety of the attack. That, and you can attack that too. He got like one dude character next to him, and that was it. Check. Yeah, I'm not sure what the trick here is supposed to be. Yep. Just a lot of work. Just a ton of work. And I feel like I lost some people somewhere because we're missing some characters. See, that time he got somebody behind him and next to him. See, I don't know if he's needs to attack or if we just need to move our way towards the end to descend to the next level. Like, I think we might be in a case where we should just move to the next level. You can see those level 1 characters trying their best and failing miserably.
Here goes.
Yeah, this definitely does feel like a dangerous area. There's no two ways around that. So, desperately trying to get as close to the end as possible without losing everybody. I probably am getting small amounts of just small amounts of experience for anybody I do defeat. But then I'm costing myself more money, one assumes, when each of these characters dies, because then I have to refill their health, and then I might very quickly move us to round 2. Seriously? Like one short. Just straight up in the turn.
Here goes.
Seems like each character has an attack sound effect. In a funny way, I suppose a game like this that's a PlayStation 2 game does bring about the same the same issues with more polish as far as where you would be if you were trying to play something like Final Fantasy 3 or something even earlier. While there is a thought certainly that you might want to try and play all the Final Fantasy games when you start talking about Final Fantasy 1, 2, 3, the old NES games. Those get ridiculously too old-fashioned for that to make sense. It almost feels like there's a pattern here you could do to break a geostone, and then it would break another geostone, then it would break another geostone. Is there an end to these floors, or do they just go on forever? What is this? Well, this looks like something we haven't seen before, so let's go as far as we can to that thing. Well, no, there's 2 gems now, so I don't know. I don't know what they intended for us to do there. So the gems must not really mean anything. Either that, or they are just straight up geostones for no reason. Or that they kind of connect to everything, possibly. And we're still holding our own a little bit, but there could be 20 levels here. This could be just an infinite loop. Right, well, I don't think I'm gonna get any further than that. There we go. There we go. Let's keep moving as much as we can. Okay. Attack Mars. You attack Bertrand. And then end the turn. We are doing 4 or 5 times as much damage as we would seemingly normally. Okay. Because, yeah. seemingly there's nothing to do with those crystals. You can't attack them, at least. Maybe they are teleportation crystals. That might be it. But we'll have to figure that out on a different day. What this is showing me is that there's relatively not that much variety in the floor designs. There's some slight visuals differences here, and we're seeing some different enemies, sure, but we're not seeing great changes. Let's move that back that way and attack somebody different. Actually, I think I'm in the wrong direction anyways. That the progress is was right next to it. Yeah, you've got these big areas with a lot of places, but then there's kind of nothing there. Just big floating islands. At a certain level, you kind of also know that this is all they had either the CD-ROM space for or the ambition for. Because while in an abstract you might make levels that are just big floating islands in the sky, it would be very easy, at least in modern time, to have us have that be just a infinite, like, open field type area with a invisible walls. It doesn't feel like the floors are getting more difficult either. Which that is a level of strangeness on itself that you would have thought that this would have been an increased difficulty per each level. But we're fighting like level 2 characters. And just kill that character just for safety's sake. And I doubt it's a case that a single character needs to descend to a certain floor, to a certain number of floors, or anything like that, because that wouldn't really make a lot of sense either. Yeah, we'll have another opportunity to take on a gym and see if that's some kind of teleportation thing. Yeah, this does just feel like it just goes on forever. Those two did a combo attack with them being on very different levels, which I was not certain that wasn't. See, that one says HL plus 50. Come on. Move. Can't move there, can't move there. Is it because this character is in the way? I think probably it is. Hmm. Well, apparently I am now trapped. Hmm. There's another geo symbol. That one does say HL plus 50. Maybe they're not breakable. Maybe that's the trick. Hmm. We need to probably just go ahead and die. Which is there a way to quit? No, I mean you just quit to the main game. So I think that probably does mean I need to bring everybody out. And it seems like to me a lot of characters have now just disappeared. Hmm. Hmm. These guys will get defeated instantaneously, pretty much. Hmm. Hmm. Can I move here? Can I move here? No. Can I move here? Can I move here? No. And is this a case where we just had a bad roll? Or is this a case where I was asking for it because I was like totally gonna lose anyways? Stage select. And here we've got some statues. And here we've got a level 4 character named Isabel. And a level 3 character named Spirit. And some geo symbols. I don't even know where the item is. There we go. There. There we go. Attack, attack. Execute. She didn't synergize with either one of those characters. Let's see. Can this guy attack? Nope. So, I'm gonna move that there. I'm gonna move that there. Can I go ahead and have this attack that, and then execute? That still wasn't good enough. So whatever, we'll move that back that way. And then end the turn. If we didn't see the exit, the entrance, there's a decent chance that we may not see the exit. But nope. Yes. We are just taking on this character. barely doing 1 damage. Okay. Is there literally no solution to this? Or did I just need perhaps a distant creature that could attack him? Because he's like so far away. Oh man. I think we're doomed. I think I need to pick up a character. And I can pick up a Prinny and throw a Prinny and have them explode. And that's it. Because Prinnies can't lift characters. Yeah. We're doomed. If I had any other human character, if I had played this with any level of intelligence at all, there might have been a thought here, but like all I can do is lift up that and then throw. We can see that's as far as it goes. Yeah, I could have gotten a Prinny over there. But there's no solution otherwise. Because I don't think he's going to be able to attack, and I don't think he's going to move. Special. Soggy drop. Is there any kind of teleportation? Nope. Target out of range. Out of range. Right. Rapid fire. No target. Attack it. Attack zone height problem. Apparently you can move. Let's see. Character. So we have this guy and this guy and nothing else. Nope. So I made it to the end here, but then all my progress is going to be null and void. I think we're going to just have to quit. Because these characters don't move. And there's no way to hurt yourself or suicide yourself. You can't end a turn like this. Alright. Okay. So, do I have any more interest in playing this game? It's been a rough couple of weeks, certainly, as far as trying to stick with a game that was that would keep my attention. I just don't think so, though. No, I just don't. I've given it a try, certainly, but all I could do is grind through this and play these levels, the tutorial levels, to get past the first boss, which, in all fairness, I suppose I could get past the first boss through grinding through the levels. And I guess I need to do that. I need to see a little bit more because we still haven't had a Senate in session. But I have to admit that I am looking at the level of these characters and seeing how I'm at like level 5 and seeing how there are some characters with like ridiculously high levels. It just feels really, really, really grindy, and I don't see a real desire here to go through the same 6 or 7 levels over and over again. And I don't see a reason to save scum other than the fact that there are a few scenarios here where the save scumming does seem like it would help. What it doesn't seem like happening here is it doesn't feel like we are moving an XP bonus gauge up. If that is happening, it's like hidden in the background. We also have some money, so maybe we could upgrade some weapons and things. Let's see. But there's seemingly not that many weapons either. Yeah. There really isn't a lot more to say, frankly. We're gonna give it, I think, maybe 1 more episode, 2 more episodes, but I think even if I do beat and grind through through all the levels again, I think I'm gonna say I've figured out what's happening here. And this probably will be the death knell, the nail in the coffin as far as trying to play any kind of RPG or JRPG that is not really polished and really animated and very action oriented. There's an obvious level of strategy that they expect you to try and grind and figure out for yourself in this game, and I just don't think I can put up with that. And frankly, the story, well, I'm a fan of the anime art style in this game. It's fine, and the story itself seems to be fairly generic RPG fare. Anyways, that's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend to follow me on any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. And if you want to support me further, there's a link to Patreon, or you can friend me on Steam and gift me a game off my wishlist. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.